Grow your cleaning business. Make more money. Have more time. This is the Profit Cleaners Podcast with your hosts, Brandon Condry and Brandon Shane.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Profit Cleaners. I'm your host Brandon Shane, and this is the only place where you can learn from the top 1% of cleaning business owners from around the world. And guys, today, doing a little different episode. And first of all, guys, just want to apologize for letting you guys down. We didn't publish something last week. I feel like that's letting you down because my goal is to publish something every week here. But I want to title this podcast, Forgive Fast and Start Again. And I want to forgive myself. And here I am starting again, guys, and giving you some content. Brandon's not here today. We've had some serious shakeups in our business in the last week or two, so that's been part of it. I've been really sick. I've not ever been this sick, I don't think, in my life in the last 2 weeks. Had a crazy fever this entire time. Had been throwing up, just stuff that I don't usually experience, and when I do get sick, which is very not often, I normally get over it really quick. But anyways, guys, the key to all this, guys, is you got to forgive yourself when stuff happens, and this is going to be not just personally, but in your business, in all parts of your life. Forgive fast and start again, and this is a huge part of the goal and part of the journey of success, guys. So as I said, we've had a lot of shifts going on, but guys, all those shifts are amazing, and I'm going to get into that in here. But go back whenever stuff happens, whenever things get shaken up, whenever something goes wrong in your business, go back, forgive yourself, start again, and start taking action. That is how you win the game. Okay. And so if you're an entrepreneur, guys, especially a new entrepreneur, you need to get after it. Okay. Stop thinking so much, okay? Make mistakes, get knocked down. That's what this is all about, guys. It's about getting out there, being in the game, being in the arena, like we talked about on the very early episode with Alexander the Great. Be in the arena, marred with the dust and the sweat and all of that, so you can be, the one out there at least trying. But if you're a lot of new entrepreneurs are thinking too much, they're planning everything out, they're overanalyzing everything. You need to be making mistakes, guys. You need to be getting knocked down, and you need to have a failure quotient. That's part of the game, okay? So business is a sport, and you should be counting the score all the time, of course, but it should be fun. It should be competitive, and don't look back and think, you missed your time and you're not going to get another shot. Sometimes we beat ourselves up as entrepreneurs. We have these high expectations. I know for myself, if I'm honest, I have these crazy idealistic expectations in my mind sometimes, and I beat myself up, and I'm very hard on myself. But you got to remember, and I got to remind myself, there's another shot. There's always another opportunity. There's always another solution. There's another level you could get to in the next year personally, with your business, with your relationships, if you start doing these things, if you start creating structure in your life, you start creating these systems in your business, and you start looking at the expectations of those around you. But remember, failure eats itself too. It's going to be easy to get down when this stuff happens, when life happens, when you get sick, when business stuff happens, and people leave you a nasty review or something, someone quits on you. It's going to be easy to get down, okay? But when you're running at full speed, can you be down? You can't. When you switch on that aggressive mindset, you forgive yourself fast, and you start moving forward again, you start again fast, you can't be in that state, which is the amazing thing. Only when you're not aggressive, is when you have those feelings of doubt, uncertainty, of depression, of fear. Those only appear when you're not being aggressive, and when you're sitting back or not taking that action, right? So that stuff goes out the window as soon as you start taking action. As soon as you get back up on your feet, you get knocked down, you get back on your feet, and you start going again, and it just all goes right out the window. So becoming successful, guys, it's not all about money. It's not all about business and flashy cars and all the stuff you see sometimes on the internet. It's about a lot more than that, and that's what we teach you guys. It's about fitness. It's about the mental game. It is financial, but it's also relationships. It's all these things wrapped up in one, and you are truly successful when you're successful in all areas of your life, not just one. In fact, a lot of people that are only successful financially are extremely miserable. And who wants to have money and no family? There's a quote by Jim Rohn. I think it's, I'd rather have have a love affair on a tent on the beach than be alone in a mansion. So think about that, guys. And recently we had some really crazy stuff happen with our leadership team. We had a really key player in our business we had to fire. It was an ugly situation, and it was hard to do. It was challenging. It was a guy we really liked. We really thought we were going to go far with. But we had to cut ties, guys. We had to cut the ties, and it's part of rebuilding a better culture so we can move forward. So we got knocked down, but now we're going to get back up and keep going. And so that's what it's all about, guys. Frankly, I hate when that happens, but you've got to be aggressive when those people come into your business and they show up and they want to get paid, but they don't want to be aggressive. They don't want to be following your culture and treating people like, how your culture is going to make that an amazing experience for your customers. Get them out of there. And that stuff's not going to fly. You got to be aggressive about that as well. And so sometimes we find that out the hard way and we let things slide too much, and that's kind of what happened in this situation. But entrepreneurship, especially lately, it's gotten all trendy and popular. Everyone's an entrepreneur these days. But it's become polluted, guys. And if you're not aggressive, you're going to get smoked. You're going to get smoked by the people that are aggressive, that are doing this harder, pushing harder, and are doing it the right way, that are building things the right way, that are working a lot smarter. So again, guys, this is a sport, so just want to encourage you guys, never stop going. There's going to be times where you're going to lose momentum, like I have in the last couple of weeks, and I felt horrible, and I'm like, man, how am I going to even get out of bed and do this? And I felt bad about it. But you know what? As soon as I start feeling that way, I forgive myself, and I say, what are you doing, man? You're not pulling the momentum you need to do, and you need to get up and you need to start again. And that's what I'm doing. And I usually go back to talked about, your win the day power list. That's what I've learned from one of my mentors, Andy Frisella, and he has a podcast all about it. And it still works for me to this day, but it's the simple idea of you start taking action on one thing. And that one win translates to another win. And all you need is a few wins for the whole day to make that progress. And that steady progress every day is what's going to help you win the game, win the whole day. And you win every day, and then you win that week, then you win that month, and then you win that year, and then you win year after year after year. And before you know it, you've won a decade. Before you know it, you've won a huge part of your life, and you've built a legacy. And so it starts with action, guys. Okay? It starts with action. And anyone who's worth anything tells you the same thing. And I've been reading books since I was 14 years old, success and personal development books. I've been watching, all the guys out there, the Tony Robbins, the success guy guru over here. I mean, you name them, I've watched them, I've read their book. They all say something along that pattern, which is take action. It's action. And that's what's going to keep you successful. You get knocked down when something bad happens, when someone leaves you a bad review, keep going. Forgive yourself, start again. Okay, so there's a book, I think it's by an admiral. I don't remember the name of the guy, but I think it's called Make Your Bed. It's literally called Make Your Bed. It's a real short book. You guys should read it. But it's literally the easiest way you can win your day every day is start with a win. Start by making your bed. And if it's not making your bed, do something else that's a win. If it's brush your teeth, or if it's, go tell someone you love them or change their day for them, whatever it is, guys, start your day with a win. And it will snowball into another win and another win and another win. And you don't need to pack your day out with 20,000 wins. You need 5. That's all you need. And that's going to give you the confidence and the momentum to carry on day after day after day. And that's what makes people successful. It's not the people that can do a million things in a day. And if you happen to have something happen and you get sick or something takes you out for a week or two, or your business has to get restructured because you got to fire someone, that's okay. Forgive yourself, start again, and keep going, and start with action. Okay, so I want to leave you guys with that. And also, when stuff happens, take responsibility, guys. As hard as that is for some of us to do, when you do take full responsibility, go read that book, Extreme Ownership. We've talked about it a lot on the podcast. It's your whole game, because you're not going to be blaming everybody all the time. You're not going to be reacting, which is what most business owners do, is they're constantly reacting. They're constantly pointing the finger. Start being proactive, okay? We have to go all the way back to the source, and you have to be proactive on the front end. And the only way you can be more proactive is acknowledge that it's broken. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to be truthful and know thyself. And you got to be transparent with yourself, which is hard to do sometimes. But once you acknowledge it's broken, you say, guys, hey guys, look at the team, come over here. Look, this is broken. The fact of where you are is going to be based on how honest you are with yourself. And, if you're going back here, and this is how we're gonna tell your team, we're gonna go back here, we're gonna fix this, and this is how we're gonna start again. We're gonna forgive ourselves for messing this up. This is broken, and this is how we're gonna begin again. Okay, and even if it means you gotta shut your company down for a day and fix everything, whatever it takes, right? So, I know business owners that have shut their businesses down for days to do that. We've never done that, but sometimes you take a hit on business or clients because you're restructuring stuff. I know definitely in the last week we have, because we've been restructuring stuff, and we've made some customers mad because we're rebuilding some systems and they didn't get replied back to as quickly as possible, or certain things. But you got to forgive yourself, guys. We had to forgive ourselves and go back to the source of the problem and figure it out, right? So you can't be reacting all the time. You might have this issue, but you got to not just plug it or tweak it, which is the natural tendency, is, just, I don't have time, I got to just put a Band-Aid on that real quick. But instead, you got to say, how do I not replicate this again? Okay? How do I not have someone in our leadership team leave like this again? We got to hire better. We got to make sure they fit our culture better. We got to make sure we're attracting the right people, right? So treating the symptom, okay, not just putting that Band-Aid on it, but treating the symptom, and get above it and say what in our system produced this disease, and say, guys, we have a disease here. We're not just going to treat it with penicillin. We got to go all the way back to the beginning, so you don't have to be reacting all the time, okay? And that's going to pay huge dividends. You're not going to be as stressed out when you're proactive like that. You're going to see things or totally avoid problems and things that will happen if you're not doing this. So yeah, guys, I want to leave you with that. Get over the fear, stand strong as a leader, or you're going to go out of business, because you're going to lose the people that are actually doing it. Okay. And I just want to encourage you guys, turn on that aggressive mindset. If anything lately has been, challenging your business, if you've had a challenging customer or something bad happen with a customer or a team or anything else, like financially in your business, whatever it is, guys, forgive it yourself and start again, and keep going, and get out there and take action, and know that mistakes are part of this game, and it's part of the sport. And the more mistakes you take, and the more times you get knocked on your butt, the faster you're going to get up, and the more you're going to laugh at yourself and say, hey, I'm better than that. I'm better than that. I can do better than that. That's not me. And you're going to get back up, and you're going to do better the next time. And the more you start developing that mentality, the more that's going to seep into your culture, and this is going to be the same with your team members, and they're going to take ownership for something they broke in a house, and something that went wrong. They're going to stand strong as leaders too, and they're not going to make excuses. They're not going to react, because they're going to take ownership. Okay, and so that's the culture you want to be building. That's the mindset you want to be creating. And guys, it starts with, again, what I'll leave you with is forgive fast and start again. So I'll leave you with that, guys, and kind of just a short podcast, and just to encourage you guys, keep on going. You guys are doing great. The fact that you guys are in business at all, the fact that you're providing jobs, and if you haven't started hiring people to help you clean start doing it, guys. We talk to people all the time that are cleaning, and they've been cleaning for a long time, and they're really good at cleaning, but they're not sure how to make the next step. Guys, start getting really comfortable being uncomfortable, and start hiring people, and start building that team around you, and start building that culture. And you're going to make some mistakes along the way. Forgive yourself and start again. Forgive yourself and start again. So I'll leave you guys with that. And it's part of the journey. There's no real destination here. It's a journey, and it's a process, and it's going to be ongoing, and you just got to get used to forgiving yourself and starting again, guys. So I'll leave it at that. I wish you guys all the best. Until next time, keep it clean.
Thanks for joining us today. To get more info, including show notes, updates, trainings, and super cool free stuff, head over to profitcleaners.com. And remember, keep it clean.